Welcome everybody to Let's Talk About It. I'm Black Ops.
This is Wonder. What's up?
And it's the specialist, Dean Geronimo. Give us a call. Let's talk about it. 646-233-1302.
I was getting ready to jump in because you wasn't here last show, right? I was getting ready to jump back in. Anyway, welcome everybody. Our viewing audience, those who are on Facebook Live, YouTube. We're on YouTube
check us out
now,
on YouTube.
Periscope. We're growing worldwide here. Super Producer, I have a quick question. There's a purple little thing called a folder with like a name on it and pens and stuff like that. Can I get that from you? I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not trying to start any trouble. Anyway, big up to she couldn't be here today, Miss E. But she will be here for the next show. Also, shout out to, because we haven't shouted them out in a while, Joe and Lady T. Doc.
Shout out to Joe.
Yeah, know,
Lady
it's
T.
been a minute. And you see how big Jahan got, her grandson? He's like 6'8".
Yeah, he's a
he
big
was just
boy.
5'2". Yeah,
He's a big boy.
Well, I gotta make sure that he remembers Uncle Sean. I hate to see him later on, and like, you know what I mean. But big ups to some of our former hosts here. Always love on the show. But listen, we got a lot to talk about. The hurricane, the tennis match. Thank you. What else are we talking about today?
The chicken sandwich.
The chicken sandwich. We're gonna get into that. I mean, it's just, a little bit of everything. So that's why they call it Let's Talk About, because we're going to talk about some of this stuff here. Anyway, it's time to go on. Wonder, what's good, man?
What's good, man? I'm here. Good to see everybody. It's been a rough week, but grinding, almost at the end. And that's it, man. Following this hurricane that I hear is going to be making now they project that it may very well make its way up this way and not go out to sea. So we'll see, man.
Right.
We'll see. Yeah.
Listen, and if we can, as always, you hate to say thoughts and prayers, but I sincerely mean, like, my prayers go out to the people of the Bahamas, because seeing the devastation there. That was incredible. So, you want to definitely lend your prayers to that, the prayer warriors, we can get together for that. But it just goes to show you, just when you think man has reign over this dominion, we really don't. And nature speaks sometimes. Right. And then they argue the point about, climate change and is it real? And, people take out Sharpies and draw lines trying to move nature and all that other stuff. But when nature wants to speak, it will. And at times, we get these arguments, or people will take these positions like, man will ruin Earth. No, man will ruin man. The Earth will regenerate itself over and over again. So what we're doing it to ourselves here. But, again, our hearts and prayers go out. But rough week, huh?
Yeah, man, rough week, but it's all good. It's almost over.
Got it.
We'll work it out.
Listen, today was my first day back. They came in the door today, and my clock went off this morning. I was like, remember the old commercial Time to Make the Donuts?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness, like it's here. Like, I get the summers off, and today I'm standing in there, I'm, all dressed up, and I'm just like, man, I'm really back. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but, it's what I do. So I never complain about a job, but I'm just saying, when my clock went off this morning, it was like,
it's like culture shock.
Yeah, it is. It is. And the faces get younger and younger over time. You're just like, man. And it's a vicious cycle because it's a 4-year cycle as an educator. And you be like, man, you were just a freshman. Now they're gone, and you're 4 years older.
You either get attached or you ready to boot them up out of there.
It's gone. I got a text today from a young man who's down in Texas, who really got his life together. He was like, hey, thank you for being there for me. Like, good. A lot of teachers, man, were like on him. He was rough around the edges, but I always tell people I have a bit of a past too, so
That's
I understand. You know, everybody needs somebody to lean on, and I wish the man the best. He's getting into music a little bit. I told him to get his behind in school. Music's good. You make it that way, keep going that. But you know, we always say have multiple streams of income, have multiple options open for you as well. So you know, it's always good. What's good, Dean Geronimo?
Boy, like I always say, hanging on like a old loose
Loose
tooth.
tooth.
And we getting ready for the 2-day timeout. Tomorrow's Friday. So, you know, short week, but back at it again. And then before you know it, it'll be Monday again.
It is. It is. And I know I got like a football game tomorrow night. It's time for high school football, and I'd love to go watch that as well, just like the pro game. But it's just that time of year again. Like the season's getting ready to change. The heat's going. I get to throw on my jackets and all that. And I'm actually looking forward to that, man. I am. How's the missus doing?
She's doing all right, man, taking care of the little one right now. So, you know, she keeps us busy.
Right.
But it's a good busy.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying? It's
what-
not a
that's
bad
what-
thing. Being a grandparent is fun.
Yeah, that's what grandparents.
If you're
are
not
for.
a grandparent,
Right.
when you get there, you're going to love it.
Listen, one thing I love is like, especially my grandkids, because they're off the chain. And when it's time for like changing and like to put the toys back in the box, I'm like, Mom, come get your kids.
Your turn.
Your turn. Come take
We've
over. I
been there
love them.
with you, yep.
I love them today. Even the super producer, a lot of times she'll have her grandson in here, and was it Hookah? Yeah, he'll be in here, and that's my dude. Always talking smack. You know, he gonna catch some smoke one day. That's my man. But no, big up to the grands out there. Well, listen, that's my music that's playing. Big up to Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and you know, last night we got to get together in fellowship. So my keep it real moment, because I had put a post up on Facebook, and I was talking about, you know, us as a people, you know, trying to get things, you know, going and working and that. And sometimes it just seems like we're crabs in a bucket, and like we get in our own way instead of like really trying to help each other at times. I'm not saying that's always the case, but it just seems like it's in our community just a little more than other communities. But last night I got to sit down with a bruh who I was in special operations with. And I had my LB here with me, and it was just good to see us all sit down, break bread. And we talked about it today in my house before we came to the show, how good it felt just to get us all around and just have positive energy in the room. And, you know, we're trying to make some moves in our own right, and, you know, things will be announced in time to come, but it just felt good. Everybody had a good time. Listen, this is how you knew we were getting along, because the bill came out and ain't nobody played stupid. You know what I mean? Nobody played stupid.
But nobody started adding up.
Right,
Nobody
carried
became
the
a
two,
mathematician.
Right.
Like,
And,
yo, carry the one.
Right. No, you had the fries and shake with that, but it was just a good time, and I got to meet some brothers I had never met before, but it did my heart well, man, because again, you turn on the TV here or there. I mean, there's so many challenges out there, and we got lost in time.
Good.
We really did, and I had to get up early this morning.
Yeah.
And but I tell you what, that's the price I would pay anytime. So just, you know, my keep it real moment, I'll just say it's good to see something that's essential to the soul and friendship come together, man. And it was a beautiful thing, and all professional males. You know what I mean? All we were doing was talking business and life, man. So it was a good thing. So that's my moment. I won't eat it up too much here, but it just did my heart.
Good stuff.
Well, so, but anyway, that's what I got. What you got, Wonder?
Well, you know what? Benny Hinn, I think his name is. Benny Hinn. This was a televangelist.
Oh, no, yeah. What happened to him?
He said, "Oh no."
Benny Hinn.
I
he
thought
was
you was
the
going
one-
to say Benny Hill. Remember that? That
Benny
used to be
Hill,
my
yeah,
show.
Benny
Yeah.
Hill, but no, Benny Hinn was the
Benny-
dude
Benny
slinging
Hinn.
the coat, and like groups of people were falling out.
Yeah, that's him.
What?
That's the guy. That's the
Yeah,
guy. Hang
yeah.
on, I get it for you. I should have
What?
had this ready. He is a minister. His name is he's Benny Hinn. I think he's of Indian descent, but that's him. And it says that televangelist Benny Hinn refuses to ask for money anymore from
time,
God's people as a gimmick. And he goes in talking about how the word doesn't have a price on it, and he's pretty much for those who are in the religious community, such as myself. he was pretty much preaching to the choir. And it's funny. It's like he had this epiphany, and that's all well and good, but you're a millionaire. So
You pimp
okay,
enough people.
So now that you've had this awakening, what are you going to do as far as to repair, and are you going to start monetarily giving some money back?
No.
Yeah, I'll take.
You know what you gonna do
know
about
the lines
that?
are.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to take it and go away.
Right. And the other piece is, did he need to have this type of platform to let people know?
No.
How about just doing the work?
Right.
And your works will go before you and precede you. You know, now I don't know if he's sincere or not. I don't know. Maybe this could be another ploy. If it is, I can see how you can work it as one, and it would be brilliant, you know. But because he might very well get more parishioners to follow him
'Cause he's not
and pay
asking for
less and make just as much
money,
or
right.
more, right? So now I want to know, what are you going to do financially? What are you going to do with this money, you know, that you have made off of these people? Like, you're admitting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me that you're wrong from stealing from me. Not saying he's stealing, but I'm just using as an example.
Right.
And some can argue that he did, but it's like, if you're stealing from me personally, and then you come to me and you say, hey, look, you know, I apologize for, you know, stealing stuff out your house. Like, okay, but, you know, now you have to repair what you have broken. That's basically what I'm saying.
An apology
So-
without action is worthless. I got you.
Exactly.
I got
Because you could tell me that all day long.
On his website, it still says donate.
Yeah.
It says donate now? Oh,
Yeah,
so he
donate.
lied.
Donate.
There are
Side-
so many.
Sidebar, though, I was proposing that we get a Cash App on our...
Yeah,
But
you know
they
what?
donate to the
if
Let's
you're
Talk About
watching
It
and
show.
you're part of the Benny Hinn Network, we will take donations.
Hey,
We
but
appreciate you.
but we're not selling hope.
Right.
And that's the thing. And that's, yeah.
No,
That's right.
Let me tell you, true story this
Yeah.
week. So, guy reaches out to me. My cousin Michael Nevis, right?
Okay.
The only common friend we have. So the guy reaches out to me, and he's from, I'll just say another country. He's like, "Hey, I want to help you. You know, what is it that you need in life that I can help you out with, right?" And so I was like, I said, I could really use $1 million, right? I just listen, because you never know. The dude, it shows up. Oh shit, he really sent me that money. But I said, let me humor this guy. So he said, what's your WhatsApp number? So I said, here it is. Here you go with that. And he said, in order for me to get you your $1 million, wait, he said I had to buy a goat and one perfume. You see that look on your face?
Yeah.
I was like, literally, I was like, what in the hell are you talking about, man?
Anything
don't-
is
Right.
yeah, anytime there's a caveat
Listen,
to
no,
it.
and he was
Yeah,
sending pictures with like boxes of money, like him standing next to him. I was like, I said, so I was like, if I buy one goat
You buy a
and a
goat.
perfume,
You
I'm gonna have
gonna
$1
get
million.
beat up.
Is it that easy?
First of all, if you buy a goat and take it home,
All right.
Well, first of all, let's hope that goat doesn't have like drug paraphernalia packed inside of him.
an alpaca.
I promise that's a true
right.
story.
Right.
Listen, because one thing I want to start doing here on the show, I just want to, some of the people who are watching here, Lauren Dashiell, I see you, Todd Green, big up, Valerie Militant, thank you for
Bumski.
tuning in. Melissa Fawcett, listen, we enjoy everybody who tunes in, so when I can get to it, I'll shout you out. Or stuff like that. But no, I
Yeah.
was like, and then he sent me a picture of a white goat, right? I was like, man.
Nah.
So you just have to, I always say it's buyer beware.
Right.
Buyer beware. So
Right.
now, what if I would have? Because you always read those stories where like
Fools
these
and
old
money.
people are sending like $25,000 and $30,000, and there's some, you know.
I mean,
men-
listen,
like-
there are people who, you know, the one guy, if you all remember a couple of years ago, there was one pastor, and he was predicting the end of the world, and he had people, he
yeah.
had people
He
going
did that
into their
twice.
to their life
He
savings,
did it twice.
yeah, giving
I know
him
exactly
the
what
money
you're talking about.
right.
to prepare them for
To
the end of the world.
was that
And
with the
then that date-
spaceship?
No,
No,
the
no,
date
this
passed,
was-
and he was like, oops, I miscalculated.
Yeah,
Now it's
so-
gonna be this day.
Yeah, it's on my yacht. Over there.
Right. So, I mean, I'm
need
just
a
saying,
$65
man,
million
you gotta put in the work. You can't just be, So this guy, he had this epiphany. I'm not even gonna say I applaud him. That's the first step, but if you want to impress me, start giving back that money. And when I say give it back, I'm not necessarily saying you can give it back to certain individuals if you
Right.
have a system in place, or you can work it in such a way where the people benefit.
Right.
The homeless.
Yeah, but like you said, he's a million. He should be doing that anyway. If I'm a millionaire,
Anyway.
like I'm compelled to
Right.
donate. Like
Right.
there's no way
So-
I can sit on. You can't
Yeah.
take it to the.
But when you're based on
right.
greed,
right,
I guess he got tired of, how your representative shows up and you put on a face for certain people. And after a while,
Yeah.
you get tired of the representative. So it's like, you know what, y'all?
Yeah.
All right, I'm tired. After 30 years,
Or who knows?
fleecing
Maybe
people, I'm
maybe he
tired.
had bad gas and had a sharp pain in his chest and thought he was out of here.
And that money couldn't do nothing for him,
And sometimes
huh?
a health scare make you fess up real quick
Yeah,
about
man. act right.
some
That's
slick,
what-
some
that's
act
what
right.
comes-
Maybe he had a
right.
physical act
Yeah.
right.
They said the
So
Most High has an awful sense of humor.
that's
sometimes.
right.
Right.
So that's all I got, man.
Right. Okay. No, that's good stuff. Listen, big up to you, Smith. I see you out there. Thanks for tuning in again. He always tunes in. That's my dude there. Big up to you, Smith. No, but I mean, it's a crazy world. When you I'll go back again to what do you call him, the Orange Man? What do you call him?
Orange Julius.
Orange Julius, when he took that shot, I was like, now how do you direct a storm? Like in your head, you have to really think like you're something of God. Like, I'm just gonna tell that hurricane, the Category 5 hurricane, to go
the
this
other way.
right? That's crazy. So it's not. He didn't. There, it blows my mind. It baffles me, man. But anyway, so Dean Geronimo, what we got going, man?
You know what, man? It's shout out time. You know how to.
Wait. How many
It's
we
shout out
got?
time.
Who
Let's see.
we got?
One, we got two. We got three. We got four today.
Ray Rain now.
Nah, you know what? But shout out to the people from home, Petersburg, Virginia, that's watching. I appreciate y'all. But make sure you check out my sister Rhapsody. Eve is
She's
a new
dope.
album that
She's
just
dope.
came out. It's on all streaming platforms. It's a monster and it's fire. And as I always say,
that Jizza one is
yes,
fire.
sir.
I like
Yeah,
that.
She got one with Queen and Tifa.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it's just it's nice, man. So
Big
make
up to
sure.
Jersey.
Yeah, big up New Jersey. And you check it out. Jamless the Squad, man. Also, welcome back to Little Brother after 9 years. They're back together. Fonte and rapper Big Pooh. They got a new album called May the Lord Watch. That's on all streaming platforms too. Make sure you check that out as well. And I'm going to fast forward a little. What's that?
I didn't say.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
know
gonna
you had
fast
some
forward.
shout-outs.
I'm just doing my, this December, it's a movie coming out. The movie Just Mercy is coming out. It stars Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx, and my brother, Rob Morgan. You may know him from the lead in the movie Mudbound, and he was also played the role of Turk Barrett in all those Marvel joints that came on Netflix, like Luke Cage and
Oh, okay.
all
yeah,
of that
yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But
Is it? Are there trailers for it?
it is
'Cause
a
I never-
trailer for it. I posted it yesterday,
Okay.
and I'll tag you in it so that you can post it to this page. It comes out December.
Okay.
The exact date is not out yet, but shout out to Rob Morgan, man. Salute, black man. You know we support you.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, listen, we got, and I'll jump back into your B Pinterest. I think of Washington, big up. Tracy Cox, big up. Thanks for tuning in. But go ahead.
Last one, y'all. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Welcome back, my man.
Right.
You know, Sticks and Stones, the comedy special. If you haven't seen it, make sure you see it. He's an equal opportunity offender. And if you have sensitive skin, go watch something else.
I haven't
he's
got a
back.
chance to see it because let me tell you what Netflix is. Any other time I can go into Netflix, no problem. Boom, I'm home. Woo. So I say, let me go into the Dave Chappelle joint, right? So he brings up his other shows they
You
have.
had to
And I was
search
like,
for it?
yeah, I was like, boom. So then I saw the Sticks and Stones, right? And then it was like, what they do is they say for a free trial subscription, they'll let you watch it, but then on the
Right.
back end, it's like premium, the regular one, and the whole nine. So you can't just get his the show. Yeah,
moved
exactly.
it.
any other time you can go right in there. I was like, man, so I'm gonna have to get with one of my friends that got a fire stick.
There
or
are
something
some
like
people
that.
who have been seriously offended. Now, if you
Right.
got T-Mobile, call T-Mobile. Hey, y'all, if y'all got T-Mobile, call T-Mobile and tell them you want Netflix, man. It's like 2 devices. They pay for it.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
So I need to see that. Big up the Barb. I see you. One of my old time school friends there. Big up to Barb, and for tuning in. But listen, I keep hearing about the special, so I know I gotta see it.
Gotta
know
see
I
it,
gotta
Doc.
see it.
Gotta see it.
I heard he went savage on that hair. So, but we got a lot to listen. Let's jump into some of the topics here. Let's talk about the tennis match.
Yeah.
The tennis match.
I didn't
that
watch
just
it, but I heard it.
Yeah,
Heard about it.
I did. I had a business meeting up here, and after the business meeting, I went to the cigar spot up on Route 22.
Where is this place, man?
It's right by across from Fun Time, like County Grove. For those who know where that's at here in Jersey.
Where
But
Showbiz used to be?
Yeah, but on the opposite side, on eastbound, going
Okay.
towards New York.
Eastbound.
Right.
Oh, Boatcraft. Across from
Is
Boatcraft?
it across from Boatcraft?
Yeah, that where 2 guys used to be.
No, not 2 guys. Yeah, Boatcraft, right there, right
Oh,
there.
okay.
And so I'm not really a cigar smoker,
Right.
but my man Liam Ray was like, "Hey, I got you. Let's go get a cigar." I was
Okay.
like, "All right, I'll do that." And so I'm in there watching the tennis match, and all of a sudden, Lord knows the last time I ever smoked some weed, let alone a cigar, right? So I'm in there high as a
Yeah,
kite.
when you new
off
to it, it'll get you a little woozy.
Yeah,
off a
feeling
cigar.
nice.
And I'm watching them playing this tennis match, and them 2 sisters went at it.
Which one you talking? You talking about
Coco,
Osaka?
yeah, Osaka and Coco,
Osaka. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Listen, I'm like, that is for real. That
Yeah.
is for real. And that whole, they held everybody. It was packed in the stadium, but it was also packed in that cigar bar. Everybody was like tuned in on that.
Those 2.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had a football game on the opposite side, and you could see like the future of tennis unfolding. It's kind of like soccer. Like, I don't watch soccer, but it just seems like when the ladies are playing, they're like killing everybody. You know what I mean? World Cup winners. So to watch those 2 young ladies play in that match, I was like, man. But what's her name? Osaka. She's number 1 in the world. She was just too much for the younger player at 15. But she tried to give her all she could handle.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, you get to
She
watch
kept it. She kept it a little
No, I
funky
didn't.
too at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
She said, because she told her, she said, "I want you to come
Right.
do this interview."
Right.
And then when they were interviewing, she said, "I thank everybody for their support, even though it wasn't really for me. It was
Right.
I was like, that was a nice little dart she threw.
Right. But it showed that even on that stage, humility can, express itself. She could have
Right.
said that
Right.
there was your hope. I crushed your hope. I'm out. Where's the next player? But she did the exact opposite. She said, hey, come on over. We have a common thread that we share.
That's right.
And, let's show that we can be united. It's a game. And at the end, we are people,
Right.
and that was like big at that time. Listen, Mustafa Muhammad, I see you. Michelle
Peace.
Burley,
Peace, bro.
big up, and Brian Wilson. Thanks for tuning in. Tons of love out there. But I was captivated by that match, man. And then I had to drive home. Right. So I was like,
Hey,
am I
bro.
gonna be the first man?
This can I share something
Yeah,
with you?
go ahead.
Okay. Let me just so when you first and I'm sure there's a lot of cigar smokers that be like, oh man, that ain't the way. For me, I can only speak for myself. I like to have a Red Bull or an energy drink close by when you dealing with heavy cigars. And I don't know if you smoking a full body. I don't know what you had, but
Me
but
neither.
it keeps me even killed. That's one. Sometimes you have to be careful when you take in smoke. Naturally, you have saliva, so naturally sometimes you just swallow,
Right.
and that smoke is in your saliva. So when you swallow, that can make you a little,
Dude, I was-
it
listen.
depends. So you gotta be mindful of stuff like that. That's all.
All right,
So
listen, I had the eighth. No, I had the eighth.
nah, you ain't supposed to inhale.
No,
to that.
no.
You know what though?
No.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed
But
to.
I know
you
of some
gotta
people
figure,
who do
I
though.
do.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
You inhale a cigar?
You got to figure. I smoked for 30 years.
Oh.
So
It's got no filter,
you know,
brother.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, I can't. I don't know. Maybe I can't just suck it in, blow it right back out. I gotta let that thing go.
Good Lord.
No, I had listen. I cut the AC all the way on high.
Yeah.
Cut the windows down. I was sweating. Yeah, I was gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then-
Did you get that dope in your system or something? Damn.
Then I had to. What Rock Ave? Lynn Ray was like, "Yo, the turn's coming up, yo." I was like this. I was like, Sean.
That smoke had you
just make
bent,
the
bro.
turn, yo.
Yeah.
I was like,
Smoke
man.
had you, man.
Yeah.
But it was, and everybody who came into that cigar bar, I got to give it up to that cigar bar. Everybody was like, they spoke. You know, it's a very calm place.
Most of them are like that.
Yeah.
They attract good.
Weird
It's
folks
grown. It's
don't
grown
show up.
folk.
Yeah.
It's grown.
Yeah.
It's grown. And there's a camaraderie, even with brothers. A bunch of brothers in there.
Right.
It's a camaraderie. It brings in like a milder, more mature group. I don't know what it is about cigar settings, but for me, I see that often where
You
it
know
just
what?
brings in brothers
You
walk in
can't
normally
be-
you see in
you
the
can't
street
be
and they won't
wildin'.
speak.
Right.
But in there
But
they'll
they
be like,
come
"What's
in
up,
there
bro?"
and speak.
And you start.
You're
yeah.
not gonna be wilding out with a
Nah.
stick in your hand. You
Nah.
know what I'm saying?
And you got a lot of public officials that are in
Right.
there.
I'm trying to sit back, relax, enjoy this right here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna be in there too loud. Or
Right.
Acting otherwise, as I would say. You know.
Yeah. So
But it was a good time. I will admit, I was high. I think I could term it that way off a cigar. I was like, damn. Then I had to drive all the way to South Jersey. I was like, please God, let me make it from point A to point B. If I'm gonna die, don't let it be over a cigar.
Not
you
over
know?
a damn cigar,
not,
right?
Not that, but listen, talk about craziness. All right, let's jump into this. All right, because if we're gonna talk about something, it's gonna be this: the damn Popeye's chicken. All right, let's dig into that. All right, anybody here had the chicken?
no,
No.
not yet.
No.
And can
And
I
you
say
won't
this?
get it right
And
now.
when-
They
and when
put
I
it on
say
hold,
no,
right?
I don't say it to be holier than thou.
No, it ain't
There
that,
may come
brother.
a time where
I'm just
I
not
might.
sized for a chicken sandwich.
But here's the thing. It's like, even if you want to express how good it is, did you see the Paul Mooney stand up maybe 2-3 years before this melee? And in his stand up, he was talking about the black woman of Popeye's chicken.
No.
And he was saying that her first audition was probably like, "Hi, come try out my Popeye's chicken. You'll love it." And he said, the white execs was like, "No, that's not.
That's not gonna do
You
it.
know
Can
how
you
we
bring
want."
it?
He was like, "You know
You
how we
know
want
how
you to
we
do
want
it."
you to do it,
So then
like
he
you do it at
says-
home.
He says, he like they give her a price of what she'll make, and then she's like, "Popeye's chicken," but it plays in to what we saw.
Right.
I mean,
You
okay,
know
it's
what?
one thing. I even enjoyed the comparisons, that they were doing. I thought it was
The
funny.
memes out there, yo.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
you had people that were going live and they were doing the test.
I'm glad I didn't see that.
I think
yo.
even Norm did one. He didn't have the Chick-fil-A, but he just, he posted how he rated it. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying
should've
is
called me,
this.
yo.
But what I'm saying is, but when you start fighting in lines, and
No,
then
the
you
dudes
see
just
lines
came and
around
pulled
the,
guns out
pulling
at the
guns,
Popeyes
and people
like, yo,
are
you better have a
upset,
chicken
and
sandwich.
then
It's gonna be a
people
problem.
suing the establishment because they ran out of chicken, and then it plays
Now-
into the old stereotype of us in our relationship with
chicken and what
and you
another.
playing right into it. It was embarrassing, man. And not to
No,
mention,
but they made $23 million.
but here's the thing: they got $5-something million of free publicity from us,
Right.
advertising. Which brings me to this.
A regular damn
But
chicken
yet-
sandwich.
Shout out to, proprietors of their own establishments, eateries, and one little thing is off. Oh, this is why I can't do business with
No,
them.
you don't mess with black
But you
people, man. They ain't
supporting-
have no sauce, cuz.
You supporting
What?
this establishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you
They
can't.
said it, but you know what?
You can't keep the same energy.
No, because it's different and it's always been that way. Unfortunately, they say, you know what? We could tell you that the building is on fire and you will burn to death because I don't trust that one. I'm not going.
Right.
But let someone of the clear variety tell you, tomorrow, we're going to burn your building down. And you'll move everything out.
Sandwich on eBay for $2,500.
$2,500.
Say that.
Okay,
Say that again so they can hear. Say.
They had a chicken sandwich on eBay for $2,500.
$2,500 6 days ago.
What's the person's name? Better not sound
It was on the news.
ethnic.
Daquan,
Still
come on.
overseas.
You know what?
Oh,
You know
no.
what? They probably family members of that boy with their name the
Dude, I said
coldest
it's back.
to ever do it.
That was the name.
Listen, that set us back decades, man.
That's what I'm-
That
yeah.
set us
No, that set us back
dec-
centuries, bruh.
Decades.
But I'm saying
We back
with
at
all
16,
that,
19.
with-
This is some bullshit.
you like keep that same energy and support, other
Right,
establishments
right.
that, but nobody wants to hear that, man. And not only that, but I put up something on my video that went viral. This is about 2 years ago, and it was a Popeyes chicken in Kentucky, I think it was, or Tennessee, Kentucky or Tennessee, and the sister who worked there, she was live videotaping.
What
It
was
was
going
dis-
in the
it
kitchen?
was-
Yeah, I
in the
remember
kitchen.
that. I
She
remember
went
that.
all back to the
Roaches
yes,
everywhere.
yes.
Stuff was out,
And
I
y'all
mean,
still eating it.
and what I said was, and if I were a betting man, that same Popeyes to date probably had a line wrapped around it with people wanting that sandwich.
Well, they put the sandwich on hold right now.
Right.
I guess they ran out
That's-
of what's in the chicken breast?
Yeah, that's
So,
too much. though.
Crack.
They put some dope on top of that.
Right,
bro.
that's
they
too
had to put some
much.
heroin or something on top of it. They had the testers out.
Yeah,
And
man.
they made
No,
money off
I
it.
know somebody who works at the Popeyes, right? And I spoke to him. I said, "So what's the deal with the chicken?" And they were like, "Oh, like they described the chicken, and it was like, and it's on a sweet bun." I was like, "What the hell is a sweet bun? Like, is that driving
Hawaiian
everybody
bread.
crazy?" Right?
So y'all tripping over chicken breast and Hawaiian bread. That's why I eat legs and wings. This is some bullshit.
That's me. Listen, real quick, shout out to Joel Freeman. I think Joel lives down south too, but big up to Joel. But no, I would see like the memes and then the Facebook things coming through where some people would do like Facebook Live and you would see like lines of cars. And then at first I thought it was like someone was kidding, and you would see people standing like out the store and down there, right? And so I'm looking, I'm like, man, there's a common thread.
There was
to,
one
like,
there was one positive story out of all of that. Shout out to the young brother, I don't remember his name, down in North Carolina, that said, you know what? While they sitting here waiting for this chicken sandwich, I'm gonna register y'all to vote. Ha.
Yeah.
Surprise. To make sure you get that ass out there and vote. Because registering is one thing, getting out and actually doing it is something else. But shout out to him, and if I can pull his name, I definitely shout him out by name.
I don't want the chicken sandwich.
I don't either.
All right. And I've been to Chick-fil-A maybe, 5 times in my life. I've never ordered the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
I have.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
It
It's
looks
just the chicken
wait,
and the
wait,
bread,
it looks like
dog.
you're
You
holding back
get
a
no
smile.
sauce.
Is it good?
As soon as I bit into it, I was like, "Come eat this chicken inside now." No, I mean, listen, man. You know what? The thing is that I think certain folks of in certain demographics, once something goes live, once something goes on social media, and you have like now you have famous social media stars.
Yeah.
So once they promote something and it gets all these likes and shares, people go crazy. They think, they gauge these people and immediately embrace their taste buds and like, okay, I got to try it out because
I was never pressed for that
And,
for that chicken. Like I don't know. Like I don't know.
I mean, you even had I think even Cardi B, she even posted something, but she didn't. They gave her something foul, and she pulled the chicken out. Was like, what is this?
Right.
But even she was in it, And again, I'm not knocking people who went through the whole experience, but when you make it a display like that,
Right.
where it's embarrassing, then I have
set us
issues
back
with it.
You know what?
years, man.
That young brother's name
Yeah,
is
man.
David Ledbetter. He's 17 years old.
Okay.
Not even old enough to vote, but has the presence of mind to get others to become actively engaged. So we salute you here at Let's Talk About It, man.
Hey, let's give him a round of applause again. If we can. Where you at? Do your job, city producer. Lauren Daschel, big up from Delaware, my man. But Yeah, that was crazy. So I had to bring that up. So now that we talked a little bit about health, that is a great this is a great segue here. Let's talk about the rainforest, right?
Oh,
Being on
my
fire.
man.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
right? As they say, the lungs of the earth.
Yeah.
And to see that, he wouldn't take the money from the G7. You know, if other people had it their way, it'd be the G8, but it's G7.
Talking about the president of Brazil. Yeah.
Right. And to fight the fire.
Yeah.
Again, we're doing nothing except hurting us.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's great. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm an environmentalist, but I do understand, you know, that we have to, you know, think about how we treat this earth for us as a species. And I've said it time and time again. Every time that we think we're advanced, you know, you only need to look that we're still depending on fossil fuel.
Yeah.
Right. So how advanced are we really as a species?
I think you know, people are more concerned with lining their pockets and filling their coffers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because we all know, and I think there's enough evidence and proof and studies have been shown that there are other ways of getting energy and aside from fossil fuel.
Right.
But if you were to you know, totally, I remember this older gentleman, and because you know, we were discussing like certain engines that you know, these young people in colleges and science projects and programs, where this one engine I think was running off of actual water.
Right.
And he said to me, and this was years ago, he said, do you know what would happen if engines that are run off combustible engines, that what would happen to the industry? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, people would turn gangster because you cutting out their legs from under
Right,
them. This is
right.
their market.
Right.
And I think that, you know, people who are fully entrenched, they're long time gangsters, these oil people, a lot of them are.
Right.
I heard the Bush family were gangsters with that oil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like, you know, known for taking your knees out if you messing up somebody's money. It's just like, and I don't want to get too off subject, but it's just like, you know, people make the argument, and I'm sure a lot of people be like, here he goes with the conspiracy theories, but these holistic doctors like mysteriously dying because you know, you're providing a service that undercuts the pharmaceutical world. And I know personally a company that I won't mention that I used to work for got itself in trouble because of whistleblowers and pointing out certain flawed things in that. So I say all of that to say that I think money in this instance is most definitely the root of all evil. People don't even realize that they're cutting their nose off to spite their face. Like, you too will be impacted by this, but if I can make $1 billion by allowing corporate to cut down these trees in the name of corporate building, and you know, you want to.
Right. All right. This is an unknown caller. This should be interesting. Unknown caller. State your name and where you calling from. You're on. Let's talk about it. What's up? Hello.
Yeah, man. My name is Mike Burton. My name is Mike Burton. I want to say, hey, bitch, on there, man. You already know, hey, bitch, on there, man. You already know me. Hey, bitch, on there. Hey, hey, you already know, hey, man. I'm finna be on this culture, man. You already know,
cut 'em off.
All
Shit
right.
on this, man.
You have a good night.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So that's good. At least they watching.
All right. Wait, before we jump back in,
Must
pick
have
up
been
the
into
Kim
some of that
Jones,
chicken with the crack
Mike
in it.
McDaniels,
They had
Ramona
that
Woods
chicken,
Black,
dog.
Shantia Hill, and Mike Cox. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Big up. But
Yeah, so you know, for industrialization and in the name of you know, bringing your country up to speed, you want, but you cutting down a vital part of you're cutting down something that's vital. I mean, this is what helps us to breathe, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. You
Like,
think
come
about your
on.
children and your children's children.
They're not thinking about that.
Right. And no, and they said he wanted to burn
Yeah.
initially so that he could build on that, but like 20%, think about that. 20% of the world's that's incredible. Like, what are you thinking? Like, especially if you're the leader of a nation, like, come on, man, you got to think about it, but you hate to see that. And it was actually it had been burning for a while before it actually came to the news.
Right.
Right before they said, "Oh, we better pay attention to this." So,
And people were cutting down. They said like over like the size of a football field a day of the forest.
Right,
is
how
being-
fast it
is
was
being
burning. Right,
cut down.
right.
Well,
right.
even before the burning,
Right.
like you just had other corporations just cutting down those trees for other, reasons. So yeah.
And it just, I don't know. And again, that's just
Terrible.
a species, man. When you think about the warlike nature of man, you think about how we're treating this planet Earth. At some point, it will speak. And again, to go back to Hurricane Dorian, there's a fast way of kind of resetting things
Yeah.
in nature. Oh, what was the movie a few years ago that came out where you had all these storms that combine?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh, it had Dennis Quaid. It had Dennis Quaid in it.
Yeah.
That's
The
right.
day before tomorrow
Right,
or
yeah.
something. The day.
Tomorrow.
But
Yeah.
you know,
The day after tomorrow.
Day
Something
after
like
tomorrow. That's it.
Yeah.
someone said, either I read it or I heard it. They said, don't worry about the earth. Like
Like, it'll be
Right.
fine. Yeah.
she'll be fine.
Right.
But when she repairs herself, we need to worry.
Yeah, we're
Right.
in trouble.
So
It's crazy. You think about the dinosaurs, and and they're all gone, right?
Mhm.
So again, man, I don't know. So anyway, let's get back to some of the and again, I hate to revisit this, but it's always in the news cycle now, and it's sad. But another mass shooting in Texas,
Yeah. They won't stop, man.
right? And that was an angry employee.
Right.
yeah, what was this
They
one
won't
now?
stop.
Because I've lost track now.
Yeah,
So
this
what
is
was
the
one?
most recent one. He got fired from his job, and he told him basically said, "Hey, I'm gonna come on back," and and he did just that.
And no one took heed. No one.
No,
Nope.
no one took heed,
See.
and it was captured on video. And again, here's an instance. I'll say for him, anger drove that. Not so much hate, but anger towards being released. But there's other ways to
Yeah.
express that anger besides killing
Mm-hmm.
people. And I believe it's Walmart now that came online and
Yeah.
says, hey,
Yes.
we're going to stop with the ammo and certain things. They just say, hey, we're going to step up and,
Are they already trying to do damage control and say that this person has mental issues?
That's, yeah, of
Oh,
course.
okay. All right,
That's
yeah.
it. You watch Trump
He's
flip-flop
just
on
soft.
the extended background checks. This particular individual, from what I understand, failed the background check, and he bought it from someone private.
Mm.
It's how he got his weapon. But again, if you're angry, my mind just doesn't, I guess, think like that. I don't think you should go out and kill everybody in the office because you got released from a job, and that's horrible. But it's scary. It's scary
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
real scary, man.
And when
You know what, man, and part of me says it's not enough ass whipping going on when people are growing up, and like we didn't have all these things, man, when discipline was in effect. And there's a difference between discipline and abuse for sure, but it's gotten to the point now where no one's really being disciplined. Everybody gets a participation trophy in sports and all of those things, so we've gone really soft, which gives people that mentality now. I can't get what I want. Okay, this is the extreme that I'm going to take it to, because they don't know how to lose. They don't know how to get up after being pushed back down. They are not taught those things now. It's like, well, do this, and then you'll feel better. No, you won't. You're going to go to prison, and then you can try that in prison if you want. It's called behavior modification. It's something totally different that you'll experience, and we got to get away from being so lenient and lax and to teach rules and structure and discipline and all of those things, because if we don't, it's gonna get worse.
The other piece, I agree wholeheartedly with you. And the other piece is that we have to stop making this excuse that this person has a mental issue.
Yes.
And it seems like it's only
Applicable for certain
right. It's conveniently
individuals.
applicable for certain groups, and but yet when other people do it, it's a terrorist act or they're thugs, but yet somehow we find the time and the patience to want to let's look back in their background and his father wasn't there and this and that, and I'm like, come on, man, really. Everybody, so and there's a lot to be said about that, man. We talked about this before about looking at that Second Amendment and people using this tired excuse that they're gonna take their guns and this nonsense. And
It's
so,
like, no, we don't want
but-
all your weapons. We just need the AR-15s, the bazookas, the grenade
Yeah.
launchers, and everything that you wouldn't go to war and use it. So why you need it
Yeah,
over here to
yeah.
fight your next door neighbor?
yeah.
Yo, the magazines a whole 250 rounds. I
Man,
can't
what you
even
gonna do with that shit?
imagine.
You gonna blow up the
that.
whole neighborhood?
I can't. I don't. That just
Right.
doesn't compute in my head.
Like,
Ain't
come
but one
get-
person breaking in your house.
Come get
How
some
many-
of these 250
how many-
bullets,
how-
dog.
yeah.
You broke in my house to steal
You
one
be like,
base.
yeah, that red spot
Right.
over there. That's
Right.
him.
Right.
That's what-
Right. I'm gonna use this bazooka. And I'm gonna blow all of us up in my house.
The
You
whole
break-
wall is gone. Nah.
Right.
nah.
Yeah, so-
Nah, hey, big up to Romeo Black, Sade Powers, he's watching, and James Jim, folks.
Jimsky,
big up.
Jim.
Jimsky, yeah.
Peace.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, listen, and to rock with a 60, like you set it on your shoulder and you get, and they feed the rounds, and like I know the power that comes out of that.
Mhm.
And in my mind, I'm just like, the
What do you need
malice
all
you
that
right,
for?
the malice you have in your head to say, I'm just gonna lay everybody
You're
down.
killing everybody.
Not in a war zone. You're talking about a Walmart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, how much hate do you like? Where are you in your life when you say, I need a machine of war to express how angry I am at a given something, right? That's right. Listen, and go get the help if you need it. Talk it out. There are a lot of lines out there that you can call, but everyone should have their right to live a full life. I'm a firm believer in that. Elizabeth Kirby, big ups to you tuning in.
Hey.
But it's a crazy world. So again, it's a great segue. So I'm gonna bring in Simone Biles' brother, who was just arrested for murder.
Who's this now?
Biles, the Olympic gold medalist,
The gymnast.
the gymnast.
Oh,
Her brother.
Her brother.
yeah.
Right.
I heard about it. I just didn't know who he was. And okay.
Nobody know. Well, we know who he is.
What did he do now? Somebody catch
You
me
know what I
up.
mean?
What did he do? He killed. Who did he
What-
kill?
Three people.
Three people.
Three people.
Not
Like,
one, not two.
Under
but
what
three.
circumstances did it say?
Came to a party. You know how it is. Argument broke out, and the end result was that when they did all their investigation, they found out he was the one who pulled the trigger.
Wow. Where was
Right.
this at? Did it say where the location was?
I think it was the Midwest. I don't have the actual.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
look it up and see.
But he was in the Army, a specialist, right? And so you know how to handle a weapon, if you will. But here's where I say you have to be cognizant of what you're doing. Like, I know he's probably watched his little sister, do her thing on the world stage.
Right.
Right? And sometimes you can't always go back to it's okay to be a part of your community, but you can't always go back and entrench yourself in things you used to do. Yeah. Now I know, and of course I'm not in their home, but you know who your sister is. So at what point in your mind do you say, you know what, regardless of how many gold medals, what she's done on the world stage, right now I'm this angry, I gotta go in there, I gotta get this off, knowing the repercussions that are gonna come behind that. When I saw it on TV, like, my heart was shattered. I was like, when are we gonna stop that?
I want to know, and I guess in Cleveland, I want to find out like the particulars though. Like, did he feel? First of all,
All right,
what
okay.
the firearms?
Okay,
Was he an
okay.
open and carry? Was it legal that he had what he had?
You know what? It says, according to Cleveland.com, the shooting occurred at a New Year's party after a fight broke out when a group of men showed up uninvited and were asked to leave. In addition to the 3 killed, 2 people were injured.
A New Year's? So this happened.
Yeah, it's
This-
been a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
because now
But it
think
just
about-
came out?
Right. Why? It begs the question. Why? Why do you think that?
Yeah.
Because of.
Yeah.
And
They
then
gotta do that
she put out
investigation,
a
bro.
nice statement she apologized for all the things that happened, the unfortunate circumstances that surround it. But again, she shouldn't have
She
to
shouldn't
do
have
that.
to apologize.
She should have to. You're
For
right.
that. So,
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. But again, it goes back to like black on black crime, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're
I
my
mean,
brother, right? You're a professional athlete, or let's say you won the Super Bowl with the. I'm not even gonna say the team. I'm not even gonna give it to you, but you know who I'm talking about. I'm your younger brother. For me, I want to celebrate that moment with you, even if I'm running around here in the street, whatever. I'm like, you know what? I got to take care of my family. You know, I have to be conscious of what I'm doing. You make it, I make it, vice versa. So right now, no one is touching Simone Biles. Like, she is on a whole nother level. She is the equivalent to Serena Williams right now in the gymnastics world. Why? And if you're a specialist in the Army, like you have what you need provided to you, like, are you that angry that you had to take that course of action? I just don't know. I saw that, and of course the mugshot that they put up there was the Tiger Woods. Remember the Tiger Woods mugshot? Whenever they put those up there, that's what it looks like. And for me, I felt for her and I felt for him. I felt for that moment. I really did. So I don't know.
Well, I'll keep a close eye on it. I wanna know more about it. Like, was he attacked? Did they surround him? Did they pull
I
out?
don't know, but
Like,
they
what-
charged him
Yeah.
with murder, voluntary manslaughter, felonious assault, and perjury.
okay, well then,
He ain't never coming home.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, at least those are the charges, right?
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Some of them's gonna stick.
Watch how all of them stick. I mean,
Right.
some of them stick. I mean,
Big
one of
up.
them-
Yeah, big up to Juanita Town. She's tuned in. Glenn Gray, we see you out there. Andre
Grand
Thomas
Jeezy.
is watching. Can we get a big up for them?
God.
It's like when you see musicians who make millions of dollars who get a case of what I call the dumbasses. Why do you work and struggle that hard, right? To get to that point,
Yeah.
to keep it real,
Yeah.
and now you're in the grave or somewhere else. For what? What purpose does
But
it
you know,
serve?
some celebrities, man, they have siblings that are just they've gone off the radar. Like they're off the you know, they're just rogue, and there's nothing you can do. Yo, I'm not even gonna tell the story because it's that surreal. But I'm just saying that what can you do? I mean, you know, you can't really answer
Can't get
for.
rid of 'em, can't answer.
Yeah, you can't answer
Yeah,
for
your
them.
answer
especially
in prison
it's
is
like,
this. Oh, that's my sister right there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's like,
good.
what can you do?
Shut gate number. Such and such. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, like I said, she shouldn't have to apologize. Apparently, the release of that story was calculated anyway.
Right.
I wouldn't have apologized.
Right.
You know, if it happened in New Year's and now you bringing it out because you know I'm about to.
But you know what? People have a funny way of accusing you
Yeah.
for the things that
because you're the face of your family.
your family
Sure.
members do. So another weight
That's
gets
my
put
but
on
that's
you.
my point. Right. That's
you know
my
what I mean?
point.
And
right.
a lot of people are not going to be at the point where, like me, I would be like, you know what? That was my brother. He killed them people.
That's right.
Don't ask
That's
me
all.
shit.
That's right.
Because
I don't know. I know as much as you
I don't have nothing
do.
to do with that. I'm right here talking to you.
Yeah.
He out there killing people. Y'all might want to catch him before he murks somebody else. And then they'll be like, damn, he's rude as hell. I'll be like, but certain questions you don't ask
Right.
certain people.
You
You
be
know
like,
what I mean?
next question.
Next question. We're not talking
Yeah.
about my brother. I
Yeah.
don't really care. I'm right here. I got this new album coming out. Come get it.
Right. But again, it's unfortunate. Big up to Maurice Coleman, Mo. I see you. Marissa Carpin. All right. I see you. But
What else we got?
Listen. The last one we're gonna talk about here, and it's important.
Okay.
Well, I should say it's important. It's actually kind of funny. Like driver's license, something simple.
Yes.
Right?
God.
Where do you get your license?
When
Was that
did
too?
you? I said that, man.
Right.
Yesterday, I'm driving to work, right?
Oh, where'd you get your license?
Brothers
at?
follow me real close, like real close. And the traffic is always stop-start. But then, boom, hits me in the back. It's 19. So now, he's sitting there, boom, hits my car, gets out and gives me the, what the hell you looking at, dude? I don't want to talk now. You know what I mean? Like, you follow me close, like I either got your girl, your kid, or your mama in the car, and you're trying to save them. People can't drive, and when you just look, y'all. You see people just, did you get your shit from Walmart? Are they selling them at Kmart before they close? Somebody tell me, because none of y'all went to driving school. Don't give me the little car with the little thing on there, student driver. I don't want to hear that shit. Get it in school, dog.
Listen,
Do something.
I gotta say this real quick. Big up to Penny Turner. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, here's the thing. All of us in here have been all over the country. Jersey drivers, New Jersey drivers are assholes.
All day
Right. To include
long.
me. Because if you're in that left lane, I'm coming for you.
But
right?
you better be, I'm driving, I'm
Right.
going 70, bruh.
Right.
I'm going 70.
Wait. You doing 70 in the?
I'm
in the
doing
far,
70 in the far left lane.
You going too slow.
Nah, I ain't going
Listen,
too slow.
646-233-1302. Somebody
road
back me up.
rage.
70 is too slow. And
Nah, 70
what you
ain't too
doing in
slow.
that far left lane?
About 80.
About 80.
And when
80,
you get
80,
and
85.
then when you get pulled over and get your snatch,
That's why you got
gonna be mad as
Waze.
hell.
That's why I got Waze
Yeah.
on, baby.
Right.
I got Waze
Waze
on.
ain't go, you know what?
Waze let you know a quarter
I don't
mile
like
ahead
Waze,
of time.
dog.
But
Waze-
you know what? Here's
Waze
the
will
thing.
tell you the police there. You slow
Yeah,
down.
and then they
ain't
not
nothing
there. But you know what? People are on it. People are doing that speed and they're on their phones.
Right.
He was probably preoccupied, man, when he ran into you.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
that's-
70 so
that's the
like
not paying
like
attention joint.
in my beginning
But-
moment how I say the black
on.
ops, let's keep it real moment. Let's
It's
keep it
not-
real, yo.
it's not-
70's too slow in that
Not
left
when
lane.
it's tight traffic, no sir.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
And
agree
you know
that.
what I'm saying? You
right.
got to get a car in front of you, some kind of space, because when they hit brakes, I'm not scared, and I got enough time to slow
Right.
down. But he riding my shit like this.
Yeah.
Everybody's tight. All
Brake-
three
brake
lanes are
checker.
tight. Come on,
Listen,
dog.
New Jersey drivers are assholes. Route 18 right there at Rutgers, ain't nobody letting you in.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody letting you in.
Yeah, yeah.
At
That's
all.
why people end up on the other side of hurt.
Right. Listen, if you coming from Rutgers University trying to get to the turnpike off 18,
Yo,
not
that's
gonna
why-
happen.
nah.
Yeah.
If you
I used
in
to take
that,
that way
right,
all the time.
Yeah, that you can forget it.
Wow.
Listen, we got
That's
real
crazy.
quick, Phil Johnson and Sharon Brown. Thank you for tuning in. We see you. But no, so I always say that. And when I remember when my son was first starting to drive, and what do you got, like a Camaro or something like that. And I told Sean, I said, Sean, listen, I'm gonna tell you, young man, Jersey drivers are assholes. There are no nights, especially the turnpike.
Right.
Think about, the closer you get to New York, ain't no love there. There's
Oh, I know.
zero love.
But
You
you know
gotta
what's
make a
crazy?
space, dog.
You know what's crazy? We may be idiots when we drive, but I say we're fairly okay drivers compared to other states that I've been in.
Yeah, it's a couple of other states I can
Yo.
think
Worse
of.
than
One is
Jersey?
right, yeah, worse than Jersey, bro.
California,
New York
California's
is
like the
horrible.
Los Angeles area. Man, I'm
Yeah.
like, what are they doing?
Yeah, get stuck on the 405, dog. It's over.
Like, shout out to Maryland when I used to live in Maryland.
It sucks.
One little snowflake, man, and cars are wrapped around poles.
All right.
What's that area code?
646. Let's talk about it. State your
Yeah,
name.
I found this number in my wife's phone. Who are you?
I'm not her lover. Talk to you later. Bye bye.
Yeah.
All right. He was like, "Hey, buddy. All right. You
Yeah.
want some smoke?" All right.
I got
No.
all this smoke.
I don't want any smoke. But I thought he was gonna call and talk
Yeah.
about driving. But
Yeah,
even now,
nah.
listen, if there's anybody from San Antonio, Texas calling right now, I think it's the 410 loop. That's savage. Down there by where the Spurs play, and
Yeah.
I'm going past Lackland Air Force, it's savage.
Yeah.
That 410, like, you miss your turn, you going all the way around.
Yeah.
Yo. Out in Dallas, they got that, all those
Yeah.
offers, it's savage. It's savage. But New Jersey drivers, listen.
And New York drivers, when they're in Jersey, it's
Horrible.
like they drive
Horrid.
super slow,
Oh
or
my
they
God.
don't.
Yes, they're
I'm like,
doing.
come
Yes,
on,
they're in the
man.
far left
Yeah.
lane. Right.
Like you drive like mad people
As
when you're
soon
in the
as they
city.
get
As soon as you
back
get,
through the
yeah,
tunnel
man.
across the bridge.
I'm like,
it's
drive
on.
like that.
Drive
here.
like you do, like you driving a cab,
I
bro.
don't listen. I don't get it. You'll see a New York plate. I'm like, yo, or Maryland. Maryland when they come up too.
Pennsylvania.
Same thing. Yeah, she just like,
Uh-oh. Who is
Hold
this?
on.
Who is this?
Get ready.
229. Y'all, let's talk about state your name.
Hola,
Where
mi
you from?
amor, ¿cómo estás?
Right?
No.
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 Mas. Adios, amigo.
Yo, you know what? I was I had to drop my car off, and shout out to Mom Duke. She was behind me, and usually I'm like, all right, you got to get out and let me drive. But I figured, all right, let her. And so we get to the light, and the light is we're coming up to the light, and the light is green. This woman literally came to a full stop and looked
At the
both
green light?
ways. And I'm like, what shade of green are you waiting for? Like, what do you go? It's a green light. And she's like, I'm an old woman now. I'm like, see, and that's why I don't like you driving when I'm in the. I don't know how
Your
she
mom
gets
did
around. when
that?
I'm- Yeah, man. She like slowed down and looked both ways. And I was like, the light is green. What are you doing? So, you also have to factor in those types of drivers.
Nah,
You
listen.
know,
I
and
hear-
that's everywhere.
Right, that's a percentage, but Jersey drivers are assholes, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
man.
they just are. They are. I
Love you,
love.
Ma.
Listen, I love my state. I represent. Everybody know I love Jersey, but Jersey drivers are assholes. They're not letting you in. They're not letting you over.
Nope.
They're like none of that. It's just like they don't see you. And a lot
Nope.
of times,
I had to get my position. You got to get yours.
you got to get yours. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yo.
Good luck with that.
Oh my God.
Young
Listen.
bound a deuce and a quarter, man.
All right.
Oh, somebody said, shout out to, this is my homegirl, Angela Anathi Mitchell, and she said Florida. She said
Florida?
Okay,
driver.
okay.
Florida driver.
Maryland, somebody, yeah. Shout out to Barbara. She said Maryland sucks. I know that. I used to live in Maryland for 4 years, man.
Yo, by
I used to see
by
some serious
the
car
bases,
accidents out there.
like when you're coming up 95 North,
Andrews Air Force
Andrews
Base.
and that,
Yeah,
yo.
man.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
Yeah, so-
But people will let you like like in New Jersey, they'll run you in the wall. They will run you in the wall before they let you in. And I know I'm an asshole. I'll be like, I don't see you. Right? That's how I am. But listen, it's the end of it's
Yeah.
already 7:59. That was a great show, man. We went through things.
Appreciate y'all rolling with us.
Yeah, thank you for checking in.
You know what? Just this one thing, man. When you walk outside your front door, showtime in the world is your stage. Just make sure the people are not watching the rehearsal. It's the specialist, Dean Geronimo. I'm out. Have a great weekend.
All right. What you got, Wonder? When's our next show? That's you got
The 19th.
19th.
Our show is
Yeah.
September 19th, 7 p.m. Check us out. And I really don't have much, man. Just let's, keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on out there in our society and try and be a blessing to somebody.
Gotcha.
For sure.
Listen, and Wonder, I normally don't get on you, man, because I know you've been boycotting the NFL, but they just gave Zeke $50 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
There. I hope he produces. I really do.
I don't know. I won't be watching again. man.
I know. Trust me, when they lose, though, I'll let you
again.
know. That's
Yeah, I'm
my
sure.
job. I'll let you know. Hate the Cowboys with a passion. But my closing remarks to this.
Hey, we didn't talk about Dave Chappelle, but that's okay. We really didn't go in on Dave Chappelle.
I didn't get to
Yeah,
see
we
it, so y'all got to hold off
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
one. Let
okay.
me see
it
that.
yet, so
Yeah, let me see
we
that.
can't go all
But
the way.
He's a little heavier now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's on Netflix. You just go right on
I have
Netflix.
another thing that I use.
Oh.
Okay, sticks and stones.
Okay. All right. Oh,
Please,
hey.
right.
Also check out the I think the Wu-Tang
Yeah,
thing is on
On
Hulu.
Hulu, yeah.
Yeah, so I got to check that out.
But I wanted to say this before we get out of here. Again, we have to as a people. I'll say this and I'll kind of smile. We have to learn how to start to build together. I rode through my hometown today and I saw some areas that were just back in our day were like tore down. And I'll just say that others have moved into the community and those homes look nice. And we have to get past the crabs in the bucket mentality, and we have to learn how to build together. And this one house was beautiful. And I remember looking at that house before it was redone. I saw it today, and I told him on the way, and I was like, they just redid that house, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So, again, I'm a hopeless romantic. I always will be, but, you only got a short time on this earth, and you got to get rid of the pettiness. You really, really do. Because it was just yesterday that I was 18 and now I'm this age. I'll say 20 for the sake of this conversation. But life goes by fast. Chase your dream. You live once. Embrace the moment. If you fail, get your ass back up and try something else. Don't be afraid. Learn how to collaborate with people. Learn how to have an honest business conversation. Learn how to understand how collective money can have fruit that bears, well beyond that moment. There's just so much we could do with talented people. Like, we have to do that. We got to stop the backbiting. All of that has to come to an end. Do something positive, because sooner or later you're going to get put in the ground. We all do, and it's all gone. I always say I'd rather be put in the ground with a legacy versus a rep any day. I really mean that.
Can I just add to that?
Yep.
We're talking about our people collectively working together. In the infamous words of G Money, we all we got.
We all we got. We all we got,
baby.
right? And
No
when
one
you,
else is going to help us
right?
but us.
And when
right?
you have that moment, seize the moment. Don't look back with regrets and say whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I have. Listen, as always, I gotta close it out. Big up to the super producer. who
Super
makes it
producer,
all happen.
real shout out. Super producer. She's going to be working in that Cash App for our donation coming very
Coming
soon.
All right, coming soon to the CEO, Storm Norm, who gives us the platform.
Yes, sir.
Big up.
Shout out to the general.
Listen, to our viewing audience, I want to make sure I didn't miss. Oh, Tawana, listen, Tawana Porterfield popped up. Okay, I see you, Tawana.
Peace.
Big up. That's family. Mike MC, one of my training buddies there from martial arts. I see you, Big Mike. All right. But that's all I have. Yeah, can I finish? All right. Oh, okay. She's like, all right. To our viewing audience out there, again, we appreciate you. Look, our numbers go up and up. I mean, like this viewing audience is incredible when we see all the numbers on the back end, and we're humbled by it worldwide with that. So we do appreciate, what everybody brings to it. Even the crazy callers. I enjoy those sometimes,
I would like to humor some of them, but depends on the
Right.
Right.
So.
Oh, hey, listen, Minister Curtis Nala in South Africa, he watches, but I need him to share this link to all the members out there in South Africa.
Man, so we had Australia, South Africa, like, wasn't it like Greenland or Scotland or something
Somebody
like that?
called him from somewhere,
from all
but
over.
I know
So
for a
this-
fact, Elder
right.
Nala, shout out to him.
Big up to the Yankees. You can see my anti-Boston shirt, any of those fans out there, so big up to them. It's time for playoffs for them, but that's all I have. So if there's something you want to talk about, call in, folks, and let's talk about it. It's a wrap.
Peace.
See you later.